Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Joey Knight Jr. here with a first edition of weekly purchases. Yes, every single Friday until I no longer have stuff to buy, which might be a very long time considering some of the journeys I am going down on for my collecting, as you can see behind me, wrestling figures. But another thing I've been getting into outside of wrestling figures is physical media. I've, through the recent issues of when Raw went Netflix, and a lot of the episodes of Raw went to Netflix, but not all of them. Just the issues with that, NXT being moved to the CW, so we lost all that stuff on Peacock. I don't know if they ever added it back on, but I just know when they first moved, we lost all that stuff, so pretty much the only thing is pay-per-views and SmackDown left on, all the other stuff, but just for what I was trying to do, because I am a kid of the Ruthless Aggression era. That is my era. That is my nostalgia bait right there. And I was going through every single Raw and SmackDown from the OG brand split. And I was going to go all the way to 2011 when the brand split ended. And I was going to try to watch those. Well, I got to about somewhere in 2004, after SummerSlam 2004. It was like the week after Evolution turned on Randy Orton. And that's when everything got moved over. And when everything first got moved over, they didn't have all the years. They just had certain years, and 2004 was not one of the years. So I couldn't watch it. Now, I haven't checked recently to see if a lot of that stuff has been added on, or if they just kind of have pretty much, most of the same on there. Haven't really checked, but, it woke up something inside me that I knew all along when it came to streaming, and that is physical media will always be king. So, right here, speaking of the Ruthless Aggression era, we have 2004 pay-per-view DVDs. So the basis of the idea of this new collection I'm starting with physical media is I can go one of two routes with it. I can go from 2002, the year of the OG brand split, and just go until 2023 when they stop making DVDs for the pay-per-views. Or I can go all the way to my birth year of 1997 and go from there, add in all the VHS tapes and everything else. I don't know as far as what the ruling is going to be on that just yet, but I also know that I'm getting every single pay-per-view of the Big Four, and the way I've been doing that is through the anthology sets. That helps me cover a lot of the ground for like the Golden Era, New Generation Era, Attitude Era, everything else. So, yeah, the ruling on what I'm going to do when it comes to every single pay-per-view, have not decided on yet. So we're mostly focusing on 2002 and after, since that is, a guaranteed ruling. If I make a ruling, at least I'm going to have all of, 02 and beyond is going to be involved either way. So let's just start from there and maybe think about it afterwards. So we're going to go through this, all these pay-per-view DVDs. Royal Rumble 2004, John Cena on the cover, and then take a look at the back right there. Just pure nostalgia right here on this. And another thing I don't know if I'm gonna do, because I bought this, was in a lot and snagged it for like $55. Pretty good deal to get an entire year of pay-per-views, outside of WrestleMania. There's not WrestleMania here, which, I have in the anthology series, behind me on one of the lower shelves. But another thing I've been debating is, am I going to keep the DVDs or VHSs for, the Rumbles, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, and all that, when I already have them in the anthology? Or will I keep these because, I went through, watch some of these, just the main menu screens with the OG songs for the pay-per-views and all the DVD extras. It's like, I think I might keep them, even though I already have them in the anthology, but just because, just that pure nostalgia of getting everything as original as possible by keeping, the actual original release. I may keep these instead of, just selling them. So moving on, No Way Out 2004, very iconic pay-per-view, simply for Eddie Guerrero winning the WWE Championship. There is the back right there, and what's this? Canadian Home Video. I hope this works on... Wait, does the other one have that? No, it does not. Okay, so I hope this one works on American PS5s. I hope it does. Let me know in the comments below if it will or not. We may have to, you know, buy another No Way Out 2004. Next up, Backlash right there with Mr. Chris Benoit on the cover, and then turn it around. We got the back art right there, the match listings, just... The stuff is so good. It's bringing so much nostalgia out of me. Because, I mean, I don't know if I've ever said this publicly or not. I've always watched wrestling pretty much ever since I came out of the womb. It was just something, you know, my older brother, dad, you know, everyone did. We just watched wrestling. But I don't have memories of anything until 2004. My first match I remember watching live on television is Benoit and Triple H in the Iron Man match on Raw. That's the first one I remember. So I remember everything after that, you know, watching it live as a kid. I just don't remember much of before that. So this year right here, 2004, this is just pure nostalgia bait for me. And next up, Judgment Day 2004. We got Undertaker on the cover, and there's all the artwork on the back, the match listing, all that good stuff right there. And then moving on, I rented this VHS. I do have the VHS of it. You know, just keep the DVD of it. But I ran this one of the VHSs I rented as a kid, and man, the main event on this show, the whole show in general, you know, little kid me was going crazy, but the main event in particular, my favorite rivalry of all time, Shawn Michaels and Triple H. We got Bad Blood 2004. You know, take a look at that back art right there. The match listings, just, oh, man. Next up, we got the Great American Bash 2004. We got Torrie Wilson all decked out in USA colors on the front. And then we got the back right there. Let me know in the comments below. Are you like me and you're in the surge of recollecting physical media, whether it's just movies or maybe you're one of the wrestling fans? Well, I hope you're a wrestling fan watching this if you're clicking on this, but even if you're not a wrestling fan, you know, are you collecting physical media of other stuff? TV shows, movies, whatever, anime? You collecting wrestling physical media like myself? Are you going to pick up Vengeance 2004 with Randy Orton on the cover here? Turn it over on the back. There we go. I would just remember as a kid, just anytime I get a DVD on that ride home, just constant, same with like video games, just constantly just staring at the front, looking at the back, just constantly reading everything over and over again till you got home and just plop it in, and good times. What a time to be young, have no responsibilities, no bills. It was amazing. It was amazing. Just like SummerSlam 2004 was amazing, at least to me. Got JBL versus Undertaker on the front right there. Not really very artistic like the other ones we've been seeing. This one's just kind of like a bland and straight to the point. What is not bland and straight to the point is this artwork right here. Very disturbing artwork for me as a child, with Kane on the front for Unforgiven 2004. And you thought you escaped it going to the back? Nope. He's right there on the back as well with the match listings. Yeah, just, whew, that was an interesting one. That was one that kind of scared me a little as a child. Next up, we got No Mercy 2004 JBL, the money. He's the money man. He's Wall Street. And we got the back right there. And all these two... Well, and I don't know... Well, hold on, this one's also Canadian home video, so we may have a couple that we may need to rebuy if it don't work. But another thing I remember is, like, the ones that were before Mania 20, the Rumble and No Way Out, it had, you know, the WrestleMania 20 logo on the back. These have the WrestleMania 21 logo, because that's what we were heading towards. Just little things like that I liked. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but just little things like that I enjoyed. Next up, very innovative concept. I liked it. I know a lot of other people didn't, but Taboo Tuesday 2004, the very first one. And then we got the back right there. Just, let's see. Okay, yeah, so one of the things I didn't necessarily like, and, you know, a lot of other ones when, you know, it has, like, the stipulation stuff on it, not just, like, Taboo Tuesday or Cyber Sunday, but I didn't really like whenever they told you, like, what the results were of stuff like this. Like, if something was supposed to be a mystery and just had it on the back or whatever, like, you know, it's telling us, like, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. I would have much rather have it said Triple H versus Shawn Michaels or Chris Benoit or Edge. You know, because, like, what if, you know, you're not really someone that keeps up with, like, you know, Raw and SmackDown each week, and you want to, you know, you just want to pick up the DVDs. You just want to watch, you know, the pay-per-views on DVD. And you grab this and you're thinking, okay, this looks like a pretty awesome card. And then you get to it and it's like, oh, you know, this is a fan vote thing. Well, I already know what the fan vote, you really don't have that surprise factor if you do it that way. I don't know. That's just me personally. That's just like me. Now, one of the coolest, anyway, in my opinion, pay-per-view posters, which now translates to the DVD art, Survivor Series 2004. I just really liked this, like, realistic, I guess you could say, animated looking style that they did for this cover. And then we got the back right here, Survivor Series 2004, one of the very first pay-per-view DVDs I ever got. My first one actually was WrestleMania 21. Little known fact. That was my first ever pay-per-view DVD that I didn't buy. My parents bought for me as a child. But, you know, it was the first one I got. So that one's very special to me. And now, ending the year 2004, we got Big Show on the cover. He's stomping us out. He's all angry looking. It's Armageddon 2004. Got the back right there, just in all of its glory. One of my other early ones. I remember watching this pay-per-view over and over and over again, thinking how awesome it was as a kid. You know, when you grow up and you take the nostalgia goggles off, you know, sometimes they really don't, you know, live up to the glory. But man, as a kid, Armageddon 2004, that was, whoo, especially that main event. JBL, Eddie Guerrero, Booker T, and Undertaker, Fatal 4-Way for the WB title. Oh, that was amazing. But yes, let me know let me know in the comments below. Like I asked earlier, are you collecting physical media? Are you rebuying anything? Or are you one of those strongholds? I was for a very long time. I was a stronghold in physical media. But eventually, I caved. I let go. And I sold everything. But are you one of the strongholds in the comments below that never sold any of your physical media? You kept it. You knew physical media the entire time was the way? Or are you like me and you're rebuying everything? Let me know in the comments below. But also, while you're commenting, like the video, share the video, but most importantly of all, subscribe to Joey Knight Jr. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.